That's it. Basically, you hit the nail in the head.
Yeah.
You can use AI on a good aspect of AI.
Yeah.
So there will be a Bin Laden somewhere looking at this AI like, okay, actually, you use this to enrich myself. Most of the things we do.
I don't want to go that deep, but I'll say a certain group of human beings does do that. So let's not go that deep, but...
No, it is what we do.
I don't think from the things that we've been conditioned to watch, though, that we already get conditioned that AI is beautiful. AI
No,
helps you
I
along.
think it's the opposite.
Because if you think of someone like...
Should humans be worried about artificial intelligence or should we embrace the robots? So I want to moderate this one, as you can tell. So I'll go first to the man on my right, Mr. Astino. What's your take on that? Just give us your overview and then we're going to break it down as we go along.
I feel I'm in two-sided with this because I always feel technology is something we should embrace. It's progressive.
Yeah.
But it all depends on who's actually handling that technology and the agenda behind it. Me personally, I feel there's nothing wrong with creating certain AIs to help humans in things that we lack or things that we need, to assist us to make things a bit easier. But then it can get dangerous, depending on who's behind it and the agenda behind it.
Okay, I get ya. Okay, Nate, what do you say?
It's a mad one because it's been used. It's been getting used. It's been like over time. We know that it's already been here. We've already been using robots in whether it's small shape or forms or big shape or forms. Like it's it's very, because I think it does really boil down to the way that it's used in it. Because if it's integrated slowly in little sections, we're not gonna feel like it's taking us over.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But then it just gets to that point where those little sections then over time become something big, and then it's overtaking something that we're not doing every day. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, all those little things are mounted to a big thing.
Yeah.
And next minute now you're using the AI for everything. And not even realize you're being controlled. So I think it's like it has to be beneficial in a way that it doesn't overshadow us as humans. We still need to be able to have that trace. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel on the basic one.
Good points. Now to the smoke, Mr. Smoke himself.
No, I ain't got much smoke on this one.
Listen, I'll let you guys know now, from now. So you know. That's our Mr. Controversial right there.
Don't ever listen to him.
Let's go to LP.
That will be your first mistake.
Let's see that alone. It's letting you know. It's letting you know already.
On AI.
Controversy, man. So now, what do you say?
I'm all for AI and artificial intelligence, but on certain aspect of things.
Okay.
Not on every aspect of things, because robots, they still make mistake, and AI is supposed to work by itself. No man minding it. That is where I'm worrying about AI on certain aspect. Like if we take like that into something like health, I'll be a bit skeptical.
Why though? Yeah. I feel like some AI may help when it comes to health, as far as operations.
But like this new vaccine that we have in here, it's not really AI, but it's not the vaccine is made the way we do the normal vaccine nowadays. But AI is totally robot taking over. They know how to walk the ground, like for agriculture, how to taking over our lives.
Yeah, on that point, Pat, I think you're touching into the point I wanted us to get into. We can freestyle a bit more now. And this is the point I wanted to, Pat just touched on it. How do we feel about future jobs for human beings? In all sectors? Because now I've even heard something about they're making delivery trucks that can pretty much deliver whatever parcels by itself. So
Yeah, but
as far as, as far as like future jobs for humans, how do we feel about that? How is it going to affect us? Is it negative or positive in that? In just about jobs in particular.
Obviously, people will perceive it as being negative. These computers, wherever, are taking over our jobs. But then I feel it should just then open the field up for human beings to do other things. You understand? Because it's like, if certain jobs has become not obsolete, but it's like, all right, we could get other things, non-humans to handle these roles.
Okay.
Then, like I'm saying, then we need to be creative because there's still so much in the world that needs doing. And people are not doing. So I feel it just opens up roles for human beings to do
So are you
other
looking
things.
at it in a positive way? Are you more on the positive
yeah,
side
for
of
me,
things?
yeah. Like
So,
I think I like to think like technology is progressive.
Okay.
It's like
No, but I'll go few facts here, right? Let me tell you them. That you see what I'm worrying about on AI. Hold on.
Nay, you can, while Pat's looking for it,
Yeah,
you
no,
can get
you
your
know what
opinion
it's
as far
like?
as jobs
It's like you look at a job thing and people say, "Oh, I've lost my job." Yeah, like as long as when it comes to them using robots to overtake, like Amazon, for example, you go to the warehouses. Most of these jobs are just basic labor jobs. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to them. You don't have to be like not to take offense to anybody who
those
hasn't got
jobs-
a brain, but you don't have to be intelligent to do them jobs. Most of them are
Look
quite
at
basic.
that. You go to the supermarkets now. You don't need.
Yeah, it's just a basic
someone to-
workforce, innit? So if you're looking on, if I'm looking on the aspect as a business owner, I kind of do. If I'm saving
costs,
money by cutting
costs,
humans,
cutting costs.
I'm just gonna naturally do that.
Yeah.
But for me, I just feel like it can be used more in a good way because for me, I just feel it's pushing humans to think a little bit more about using your brain in a sense to make money because that's regardless, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
People just want to make peas, pay the bills or whatever else. Yeah, some people want to venture more.
But don't you think it's going to be a slippery slope? So as you're saying, those are basic labor jobs. As we develop the technology more, ain't that going to be then touching into the more technical jobs? Ain't that going to be something that?
But then it just means
don't you feel like it's going to end up where humans are, where the big firms are just going to squeeze the humans out if they can?
I think it will get to a point where if you're gonna have a robot,
you're gonna have to be a business owner,
you're gonna
basically.
still need a certain amount of people to control those manual controls of those robots or systems anyway. Regardless, you get what I'm saying? So you're never gonna not need a human because
how
when
many
something
humans
technically goes
are
wrong,
there?
but yeah, it does become less. But then what it does then, it just makes room for those people to just learn technology a bit more better, innit? It's like for me, I feel it's like it's gonna push humans, a certain majority of humans, not to be so lazy, innit? Like you need to learn a bit more because you gotta remember, through education system, if you don't know too much or you've come into like a certain population or a different country where you can't articulate yourself.
You gotta adapt.
Having one of those little dead jobs is good because you can just do your thing and make money. But certain people will come along on those aspects knowing that those jobs are around. So they're not going to worry about having to push their intellect more because they know they can just get a little factory thing, sweep up 1-2 thing and earn $1 or two. So I feel in that aspect, it's just going to push people to think a bit more out the box about making money.
But my only qualm with that, part, you found the thing?
No, I haven't found it. But my point was this: the digital age, right? Took about 30 years to come in. The industrial took even longer than that.
Yeah.
But the AI, now with the speed that we have now, I think it will be a problem for even human to catch up.
Yeah, you're fighting against machines, basically.
Machines,
you're
yes.
fighting against the machine.
The speed of the intelligence of the computer. Because they do like 0.0000 calculation, millions of calculation in seconds.
Yeah, but then something that human being created is to me, to an extent, there's still something that they can still control.
No, to a certain, I hear you, but the speed that Pat's talking about, they're doing calculations that we cannot. Not one human
Exactly.
can comprehend.
No. That's what I'm saying. I understand you, but what I'm saying,
It's basically them leading us.
it's them leading us, yeah, but then it's still under humans' control. It's like if they chose to press a
Yeah, we
button
can pull the plug.
to shut
Basically,
it
you're
down,
saying,
you
yeah,
can shut it
you're
down.
basically saying we can pull
You
the
understand?
plug.
So
Yeah,
it's not
I hear
like
you.
How can we put the plug when everything is going in the cloud?
Yeah,
You're
but then,
gonna put a
Yeah, but
plug of
There must
what?
be a main somewhere. There
yeah,
must
but
be
there must
like
be
a main.
because you can't just leave something to its own device. Then what are we doing?
But then, hey, once we've become so reliant on it, if
On
we
the
pull
technology.
the plug, we're fucking ourselves up.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
We've become so reliant.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But then it reaches to a point where it becomes detrimental to all humanity, to human life, to the planet. If you feel like, okay, this thing is leading us towards where it's leading us to our own destruction, then action has to be,
No, I think we're too far gone. To be honest, I personally
I don't think so.
I think
I don't, because remember, when it comes down to technology and all these industries like warehouses and stuff, it's about convenience, bro.
Yeah.
Because if you know that you need something so important, like for example, we're filming the podcast, we need some
point,
equipment,
good
and
point.
we could get it literally later on tonight.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Are you gonna tell a man, no, you can't have them two man they lose their job, and I don't mind it. I'll
Exactly.
just wait 3 more days. For my
convenience.
stand,
No,
for my
but
mic.
that's
when you
what I'm
know
saying.
that a machine's gonna whip that up, you're gonna have it here.
And the owner of
in
businesses,
4 hours.
they will get rid of
So
human
convenience is
because
gonna win
cutting
every
costs.
time.
cutting costs. The robots
You're
are
not gonna-
doing the job.
you don't have to pay them no £500.
You're not gonna want to wait. You
That's
want
the
convenience.
point.
You want it quick.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So as much as we can complain, even the same guy that's losing his job, when he's at home and he wants to order something fast,
Yeah.
he's gonna want it fast. He's not gonna care.
Always.
Yeah.
Or that 10, 50, 500 men lost their, or women
businesses,
or lost their
even
jobs.
driving that, we're using sat-navs now. Who wants to still go to the A to Z map, park up and look at the A to Z map?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm
And
saying.
that one is still digital.
That's
So it's not even AI. So on the level AI, probably the cars will have now, I don't know, on the
Yeah.
windscreen, it's showing
You
the
might not even
direction.
need to drive no more. That's already there, I
just tell
think, in the
it
near
where you're gonna
future.
go.
Where you can
Yeah.
just jump in the car and sit back and...
Well, Tesla, they do that.
There you go.
Yeah, well,
No, but so to me, I feel like it all depends on what perspective we want to look at AI. So to me, like I always believe that technology is progressive, and there's nothing wrong with progression.
Oh, yeah.
Depending on, like I'm saying, the agenda and the minds behind it. You understand? It's like Einstein came up with the equation, whatever, but it was the minds behind it that chose. You know what? Let's make an atomic weapon or whatever, a nuclear weapon to do so.
thing. It's what
But
you-
then that same mathematics could have been used to do something impactful for humanity if it was certain minds.
No, but
behind
that's it. Basically, you hit the nail in the head. You can use AI on a good aspect of AI.
Yeah.
So there will be a Bin Laden somewhere looking at this AI like, okay, actually, you use this to enrich myself or to cause chaos
Yeah.
in some kind of way.
And I feel what people worry about mainly is chaos. Is something that will be invented that will cause, chaos and be a potential threat to humanity. That's what most people worry about. And this idea, this notion comes from movies.
That's what human beings do. We master chaos.
I'll say,
Most of the things we do.
I don't want to go that deep, but I'll say a certain group of human beings does do that. So let's not go that deep, but
No, it is what we do.
But you
Look
don't,
what we made to the planet itself.
but you
Bro.
don't think from the things that we've been
And-
conditioned to watch though, that we already get conditioned that AI is beautiful. AI
No,
helps you
I
along.
think it's the opposite.
Because if
Yeah,
you
I
think
think
of
it's- yeah, I think it's
someone
opposite.
like certain comics, for example, like Iron Man or something.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No,
Like,
yeah,
look how long Iron Man's been coming out. It's come out. That come out time ago, bro. And my man standing there got things connected to it. Now that's not even new, because if you go back cartoons in the 80s with like Power Extreme or like Centurions and them kind of cartoons, they already, it was getting used then.
But then it's like this thing that Elon Musk created, a chip that could be inserted, I think, in your brain, and it works with your
Could add to your certain
because that was supposed to be about.
or whatnot.
That was supposed to be something to do with helping with cutting depression or something like that.
No, apparently it was like something that I think it connects to your nervous system or whatever, and like where you can download information.
Touching on that, guys. I want to move it on from the jobs to a different, staying on the same subject, but I want to move it on to a slightly different, a little bit of what Ace was touching on. Like I want to talk about like algorithms. Do you get what I'm saying? I watched this documentary on Netflix where this young black lady was dealing with algorithms and how biased that could even be, because that's basically computers controlling if you could get a bank loan. If you're good enough to get that job, it's not having no face to face. It's not you sitting down with a human being and then reading you, them interacting with you. It's straight computer says no. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's another AI situation that we're dealing with where humans have no control. So what do we think about that in a sense of, do we see that as something that we need to hold back on, or is that something that could be helpful? I don't even know how to put it, but I'll just put it this way. Is it something that we should embrace in a sense of it cuts out all the bullshit of having to go through certain interviews? You might live to one interview, 2 interviews, or is it something that you still want that human touch? You still want that person to sit beside you and read you and have that human touch and see that, I hear what you're saying, but I can read you. You know what I'm saying? Reading body language and all the human things that we're used to. So how do we think about our algorithms in that sense? If I could start with you.
Me personally, I feel like with those things, the algorithm, like you're saying, that's still somebody programming that.
No, but you're not having the human touch. It's not like, say you go for a job, or you sent your job in, you're up for a job interview or something. Yeah. Before you even get there, the computer's looking at the credentials. They're not looking at the human.
But that's what I'm saying. But those standards that the computer's searching for,
there's still someone.
Somebody set those standards. You get where I'm coming from. It's like
no, but that's different with AI though.
Algorithm is AI.
No, but AI is artificial intelligence. So basically, it's gonna learn.
Yes. It's a good point.
It learns.
Yeah.
You don't need to put in anything, but it's gonna learn on the job, basically.
Yes.
But it's like a baby.
But that's
one day it starts working and it's growing, but the speed of it is too much. That's where I worried about it.
But not to cut you, I'll let you land. But you see what you just said there, he touched on a good point, because of the same documentary that I watched, that where he says he learns, and that's where the bias comes from. Because if the people that's putting the program or programming the thing are, say, white males, you know what I'm saying? So they know that it's learning that white males are better to give loans to. White males are better to trust. They're more trustworthy. So then it becomes that's the learning process. So when you as a black person go get a loan, in the algorithm, you're someone that's not desirable. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the program's used to seeing that it's white people.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why, like I said before, it all goes back to who's controlling and what type of programming they're putting behind all this technology. Because at the same time, we're saying AI learns or whatever, but there's still a program. If somebody still has to put codes for the AI to recognize this is red or this is yellow.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
You understand?
Yeah, so initially someone still has to...
somebody still has to, put some form of code like you can't be killing children or you can't be doing this. You get where I'm coming from? So there's still a certain standard that is still controlled by humans, regardless whether we like it or not.
In the beginning.
No, but
in the beginning.
But that's what I'm saying. But then those fundamental beginning like kind of settings or you know, or presets, whatever, that kind of molds the AI to what the AI is going to develop to become. You understand? So if already, like I'm saying, history is not controlled by us. We don't write history. The people on top, they don't look like us. If we go to certain jobs, you're not expecting to see people that look like us. You understand? People that are running these labs, that's controlling these AIs, they don't look like us. So it's never gonna favor us.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's what man.
That's why the
when it comes
speed
to like,
of
the
it.
algorithms, to what you're saying, as far as as far as going back to what you're saying, I'll prefer to go to a job interview where I'm actually interacting with a human being.
Yes.
You understand? So on that aspect, no, I'd rather keep it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're gonna get people who have experienced going to interviews dealing with humans that are gonna be like, do you know what? Yeah, F that, bro. I don't even want to deal with a human again. You know what I'm saying? Give me the AI thing, bro. Let that do it instead. You understand what I'm saying? And I can probably vouch that I've had probably more bad experience with interviews that I potentially might even choose that route if it was there.
No, I know what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Saying.
Only because of the way man's been already prejudged as soon as I've walked in the room.
But mate, that's where the AI could go as well. Because if they're used to a certain group of people that gets that job, then that's where they learn to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's.
So do you think people might accept that more because it is just the system?
No, I think.
Or be more offensive
Yeah.
because it is another human. Because that person is making the decision.
People will accept it to a certain extent when you start to realise that who's behind this? Who's
But
programming
we'll only
this?
notice that when we see in that hierarchy.
Because
of the
it's
job,
already been-
if we don't see our own kind.
I see
But
a
if we start to see our
documentary
own kind,
which is AI face recognition.
Was it the same one we're talking about, Pat?
I don't know if it's the same
What
one.
is-
but
Was it a young
is the
black lady that
thumbnail
was
a black
scandal?
yeah,
woman in
but
the front?
it doesn't recognize. Well,
You won't recognise
so
in
far-
black faces, basically.
So far,
Yeah.
there's no recognizing black faces.
Okay, yeah.
Properly.
As individuals.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the
Yeah.
same.
It's all like all this, recognizing them all the same. That was the problem, innit?
That is the problem.
Yeah.
So that is right now, but obviously he's gonna learn as the time keep on going.
Yeah.
He's gonna get good at it. But is it gonna be for the good or for the bad?
Yeah. Because I think anything that humans, we've been here for God knows how long, and we've learned to even interact with each other without speaking. There's certain universal language. If I do this, you all know, man, that means no. That's universal.
Yeah.
If I do this, if I smile, or if I do a frown face, universally people know what it is. So that human touch, you can't take that away. Do you get what I'm saying? I think the less we interact with each other and trust these robots, I think it will be, in the long run, it will be to our detriment. I think personally. So in this topic,
In the long run, it will be good for us.
yeah, convenient wise,
Convenient.
Yeah.
But is what I'm worrying about is the people that will use the AI, like the businessman, for example. If I can, let's say I have a tomato factory, and from basically I only need human to just drop a tomato, let's say, to a certain machine, and all the way around from the chopping to the machine
need no
is
human,
doing. Well, what would I employ people?
Employ people. Yeah. But that's what I'm
So
saying.
the parasitical, it'll be basically a party for
but
them.
this is what I say, Pat, I disagree there, because I say in the long run, just what you've explained there, in the long run, I think would be detrimental to the human race. I think, because you got to remember, even as we are now, as technology ain't even taken over as we think it will do in the future. There's already places where people say there's no jobs here. There's already countries where people are complaining there's no jobs. So the less you need a human workforce. I think sometimes we gotta look beyond money. We gotta just look at it in a global. If we're looking at it as a global community, or just as a human race for look, you know what? I want humans to do well. We gotta look beyond money. So if we're saying the big corporations or whatnot, it's convenient for them to use less human and more robots for their pockets. But then it's gonna have a detrimental effect in a human population, because not everyone's gonna be the geniuses. Not everyone's gonna be the. Do you get what I'm saying? So sometimes it works to just make sure, okay, we're doing it. I'm gonna make my profit, but at the same time,
but if it's like that, that means the government gonna have to introduce a type of living wage that they pay people for doing basically nothing.
They're doing that in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, they say they're losing a generation because what they get in benefit is more than what people even get paid there. They're saying there's young people there that don't want to work, but then that has its own detrimental.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. It's us. It's the humans. It's us as humans that are gonna push certain things or not push it. Because you gotta think here. How many shops you go in, and the person serving you is taking a piss. You understand what I'm saying? Not giving you the customer service that you require, that they're paid for to give you. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you look at it in that aspect, if you've got a shop and for how long you've been trying to push the customer service and the people that work there still want to serve customers slack, you probably be the first company about, let's get over there with these people, man, and just bring that AI in here. Do you understand? But because you've tried to give the humans the chance, but they're always acting in emotion and don't want to do the job they're paid to do.
That's what I'm saying, but that's only natural as any businessman would want, as far as if they want their business to run efficiently and to save money. And I think eventually in the future, for a lot of companies to save money, they will deploy AIs instead of actually employing human beings. So, like I said, I feel technology is progressive, but it all depends on the minds and how we approach it, and the people's behind it and the agenda behind it. You know what I mean? Because
excuse Daniel.
Excuse my bad.
People gonna get him in the comments.
I couldn't hold it. Nature calls. See, that's what we're talking about. Still, nature's nature, man.
But no, I think it's gonna be something. Yeah, it'll end up being like us humans you push it to a level where then it'll be like, oh, I think we need to have people in the shop again. Do you get what I'm saying? I think there'll be a part when people will love it because there's already I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I'll have to double check and find out where it is.
It's like
because
there's already
there's
already dummy things set up already.
Yeah, no, but right now I think is it Amazon shop where you could go in and you don't even need there's no tills.
It's like a tech capital.
No, even Amazon. You have Tesco's and things like that. They're changing to machines.
No, but what I'm saying, there's I think it's Amazon where, I can't remember, I think it's Amazon.
It is Amazon.
But you go in, anything you want, you just take. So as soon as you go in, the computers recognize who you are.
Yeah.
Is it not Nirvana? There's a place, a tech place.
Yeah,
the tech
Nevada.
Yeah, that's it, and it's there.
So basically, there's no staff.
No one.
There's nothing. So all you go in,
but that is operational already, but it's still on the trial run.
It's working. People are using it right now.
But that is just they gonna broad it. That is why I'm like, it is dangerous for certain aspects, like for jobs. I wouldn't want to be operated by robots. I mean.
But then you're saying that it could be more efficient. It could be more efficient, but then
that's why
it's not trust. Because you got to remember, there's a lot of, especially in hospitality, there's already a lot of machine that's getting used to do most of the jobs. You still need that. I hear what you're saying, but
you know how many people are around you.
You got human overseeing it. You got human overseeing it.
Yeah.
But you look at it like if say someone's in a coma or something, that's pure machines that's looking after you. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but
that's already been there for a while.
The humans are there.
No. You still got humans overseeing it, but the machines. It's almost like I could see where it gets to the point where they won't even. For you. Yeah, I could see machines
assisting
breathing
you.
For you.
Yeah, assisting you.
I could see where the point where I know what you're saying, but I could see us getting to that point where there's not even no doctors there. The machines are cutting you up and just doing what it needs to do, and that's scary. That's
certain
scary.
operation is like that.
Yeah, that's scary.
Already.
That's scary, but
the doctors are there. They're using the arm.
Yeah.
The robot
they're
arm
using
that
the
goes
robot.
in.
Yeah.
But AI is learning and is so fast that those can even
Operate by
the job
themselves, do their job by
itself.
themselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now that's the point where you're
But
saying
would
it's
you want that? Even
the question.
For yourself, you can say, okay, for myself, I might go
Yeah, but
for
Pat,
it.
then that
But
goes
would
to-
you want your kid to do that?
But that's the thing. It goes back to the human fear. We're missing that human touch. That robot they're doing it by itself might even be more efficient than a human doctor. But it's that what you're worried about there is just not having that human reassurance.
But then
that doctor might be.
The thing is, sorry to cut you guys, but let me just take it a bit wherever, yeah? Now, what is being human? Is it because we come out of our mother's stomach and
Biology.
I
I think it's
you
biology.
cut us, we bleed. So then how do you know we're just not another level of AI?
Now
that's
you're
been created?
going into the unknown, which is going to be
No, we
difficult to discuss
are
because-
not, because we can't calculate millions of calculation in a second.
No, but
That can.
what I'm saying, what is impossible?
The calculation
No.
that the AI does.
No, as
is
a human
impossible
being.
for human
But,
being.
but then the
As
people
a
that
human
can, no,
being,
but the people,
what limitations does a human being have?
well, no one knows.
death. We die.
We die, okay. Yeah, but then even when we
But
die,
even after that, so I'm saying no one
if
really
we're
knows.
energy, what are we? We're energy, right?
No,
We
but
energy,
now
yeah.
you're going into the unknown.
What do you mean?
Me and you can't
We're
explain
going
what
into the
happens.
unknown. We're talking. Are we not energy?
We are.
We are
not
energy.
electric.
Yeah.
Are we not electric?
We are.
We are
But,
electric.
you
We
see
conduct
when,
electric.
but you see, when we're dead, we don't know where that energy is going.
Yeah, but
so
what
we
I'm
can't
saying
delve
though,
into something
but-
that we
but-
can't.
But what
we
I'm
can't.
saying,
We ain't got.
we're still electric, right?
Yeah.
We are electric.
Yeah.
So now that electric is we don't plug ourselves into something.
No, but if you get you feel the electric current, yeah.
Exactly,
yeah,
but we're
yeah.
not plugging ourselves into something. So it's showing you, okay, we're electric. So how do we know that we are not AI, but into some next? Because everything's connected. Everything's made out of
Oh
atoms,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
From
Yeah.
what we eat, wherever, like
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So how
Just
do we
vibrating
know?
different.
Yeah, that we're not AI on some next.
We don't know. That's the point.
don't know.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now, if we go there, then we're going into the unknown, and when we go into the unknown, then we go into opinions. Then it becomes a matter of
The
opinion.
unknown.
No, but
Stay out of unknown.
You know what? We can't be AI. First of all, we got feelings.
Yeah.
It's different. We have soul. It's different because the brain and the soul is
Yeah,
two
we-
different things.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Which is something they've tried to put as an
AI
entity
is like a
into AI.
brain.
What is a soul, Pat? What is a soul?
A soul.
I'm not
Well,
right.
No.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's no. I want to give a real explanation
I
so
hear you, yeah.
people can understand
Yeah,
me.
no, I hear you.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah, go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A soul is the in us, that voice that you hear
Ain't that,
sometimes.
ain't that just conscious?
Huh?
Ain't that just conscious?
Isn't that voice just you yourself talking
You're
to
conscious.
yourself?
Let's say you're conscious. You're
No.
unconscious.
Human being has a soul and we have a brain.
No, but what I'm saying though, yeah.
What is that
Because
soul?
people think, oh, when I hear my voice,
That's your
it's
conscious.
just me, my brain talking to
It's
me.
your
No.
conscious.
And what's
That
the,
conscious
what's the
and
difference between
is-
your soul and spirit?
That is it. Your spirit is your soul.
Okay.
There's no different. You
Other
just call
Christians
them.
will say differently.
You
But-
just call them differently.
But we know no AI is gonna get
But
none of
AI
that.
don't
No,
have
but
that.
AI's
No,
not
they're
gonna
not gonna
have
get
that.
none of
That's
that.
one thing we can
They
agree
never
on.
gonna get
No,
any of
AI's
that.
not
Exactly.
gonna have that.
But what I'm saying though, yeah.
Unless they find a way to enter that shit in.
What I'm saying though, yeah.
that's a possibility, right? Is it? No,
Human,
or not?
no, but wait. But human beings value themselves to a scale that they're higher than animals, than this, than that. Everything else is below them. But then animals have feelings. Ants
course.
and all that. All these other
Everything.
wherever they
Plants,
have
everything,
emotions,
it doesn't matter,
feelings.
yeah.
So, but then you ask certain people, oh no, those animals don't have souls. Or da 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 da. But then if everything is made out of atoms, everything's connected, how do you know?
No, because you have living things and non-living.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like a tree is a living thing, but this wood is not a living thing to a certain extent. Do you get
It
what I'm
is a
saying?
living thing.
It is a living thing.
If you water this, yes, you might get microbes and everything. Yeah.
No,
No,
it is
a
actually, you're
living
right.
thing.
You're right. That's
Everything's a living thing. That's what I'm saying. From time everything's made out of atoms, is vibrating, it's moving.
It's moving.
Everything.
Everything made out of atoms and but it vibrate in different frequencies.
Different
Do
frequencies.
you know where I'm coming from? It's moving.
You cannot, but
We can't say, oh, because this is plastic, it ain't got life. Because we've seen experiments of atoms, doing its own thing.
Yeah.
And when it's being recorded,
it does something totally different.
You get where I'm coming from?
Totally different.
So it's conscious of what is going on.
Yeah.
So from time we create we might see, okay, it's AI, it's a man that created it, but behind that there's still atoms.
I hear you. No, you're making a bit more sense now. You're making a bit more sense. I'm kind of getting it.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
kind of getting it.
You know what I mean?
But I really think it comes down to biology, bro. And we got to simplify things certain times. I think when we try to delve into certain things that we're not truly versed in, it becomes an opinion thing. But I truly think these England fans just made me lose my train of thoughts. You know, England's playing, by the way. So go on, England.
We hear that through the double glaze.
Oh, morning.
But I really do feel like when we start discussing things like that's why I asked Pat, what is a soul? What is a spirit? Becomes one of those things there where we can't discuss it, and then it becomes a based on totally opinion. You have put 10 people in a room, you ask them what a soul and opinion is, and the spirit is, they might give you 10 different answers. So it's not something that we can
No. It's just the way they sing what is soul and what is spirit. But for me, both of them are one. It's just different name. You just choose to call it soul at one point, and another point
I think this might be a good topic for another one, for different.
So we can truly go on the point that this specific thing, soul or spirit, cannot be entered into that.
Into AI.
It can't be.
So
Because
we
you know
can't,
it's something
we
that they've
can't
been
be
trying
a
to
super
do.
AI because we have those things.
But then
That's when we come back as human beings.
No, but then if you look at the world, the planet that we live in, the destruction that happens, how we live, the amount of children that get killed daily, the rape.
That's human being that
Wait. All because of an illusion that they created called money, So then, how can you say these human beings have souls and the spirit, and we see what we see in the world that we live in? But these are human beings. But these are human beings that you claim we have soul, we have spirit. But then, okay, you have soul and you have a spirit. But then we also have bad and good.
That is why I was saying AI is to be feared. Because human beings are parasites.
I feel human beings are more to be feared than actual AI.
We're the worst animal on earth, like, you
understand?
But
human beings are more to be, because if you look at the destruction that happens, if you look at every destruction or everything that happens in this planet,
we've done more damage than anything else.
It's not caused by nature. It's not caused by the lions or the birds or whatever. It's all human beings, bros.
That is why you need to worry about AI.
Why?
Because another human being that gonna program some next shit to it.
Yeah, but then if AI
and it's gonna learn instead of learning good stuff, it's just learning the worst.
The maddest.
That's what I'm saying. It depends
people
on who's running it. Then
this is what I'm saying.
The agenda of who's controlling this thing.
But you have people if you say that right now are creating viruses to hurt this planet and that can hurt themselves.
Yeah.
At this minute.
Chemical warfare. Chemical warfare. Yeah, they have been for time.
It's not new.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Now, can you imagine some Elon Musk type guy create another virus to attack AI in hospital while there's 10 people in surgery at that day without a human touch? But with the human touch, he can still make a decision. That's different. But at that time there, if a virus is in, you on that table, you messed up.
But I say, it's always gonna be a thing. Us as humans, we're always gonna try and take it that far, innit?
We always do.
Especially when it comes to the AI, because at the end of the day,
So
they're gonna
are we
push
all in
that.
agreements that AI would never have a human soul, so to speak? It will never,
Well, we
will
can't-
never have that human type of.
AI
I'll give
is
my
good
answer.
in certain aspects.
I feel exactly. I feel AI is progressive, and depending on who's behind it and their agenda, whether it will be detrimental or beneficial for humanity.
I want to go around and ask everyone their final thoughts and what they, if you're on the side of artificial intelligence progressing at the speed it's progressing at, or you're more on the side of let's hold it back a bit and think about what we're doing here before we get to that no man's land where we can't go back. Hey, I get a feeling you're more on the side of you like how things are moving. Oh, am I wrong?
Me personally, like I said, I love sci-fi. I love technology. I love progression. But then at the same time, I'm somebody that's cultured. I'm an earth being. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's all about balance, and it's finding the right head behind it to cause real balance that's not destructive
to
the
detrimental
planet,
to us, yeah.
and
the
you
planet,
know where I'm
yeah,
coming
yeah.
from, and it's something that's actually helping us. So that's where I stand. I'm kind of 50-50 with it.
Okay, Nate.
For me, I just think, for the human man, I think too much time is spent on trying to enhance this, when majority of countries can't even use the basic of AI.
Yeah.
Basic technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The
But they're
basics
the ones
of it.
that they get exploited though.
Yeah, the
They're
basics
the
of
ones that get
it, they
exploited.
don't want to allow that to generate the world.
Yeah.
But they will spend millions of pounds on trying to create a robot that's going to do something that really the common man, average late, whatever, don't really care. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not really going to do anything to them. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like. Again, it's only the reason why I would feel that it's the only thing I would feel is not a good thing, only because the human man is gonna take it too far, because that's always the case. Until it bites him in the arse, and then he's like,
That's when
"Oh,
we
we
think-
should have done." But it's like you knew that was gonna happen.
That's gonna happen,
Do you
yeah.
get what I'm saying? I don't think like humans are not
first,
stupid.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? We are the most intelligent thing around. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because if we're creating it, then clearly we're more intelligent.
yeah.
But it's like what happened? The human man get lazy. Oh, I want something else to think
To
for
deal
me,
with it,
so
to
I
deal
can
with
do
it for
other
me.
shit.
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
But they will take it too far, like everything else. So I just feel like, yeah, it can be good in the hands of in the right way, but again, just allow it and focus on and bring up the things that are way behind. Get the generation of the world up to speed to generate properly, instead of having so far of a thing where we got flying this and using this, and then you got some country man ain't even got a tap to run water out of. Like it just don't. There's no balance. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like bring it up to speed, then see what can happen.
Okay.
With technology.
So
at
you're
that
more
point.
leaning. You're somewhere in the middle, but you're more leaning towards.
I just think
negative.
it's not an important thing to be doing that now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? There's much important things that should have been done, that's not being done, that need to be, you know what I mean, dealt with now.
AI, I'm for it on aspect of agriculture, normal technology, TV, computers, and all that aspect.
The harmless
Even certain big company like making cars and things like that, AI can overtake that. But in certain aspects, I'm not for it, like health. Not totally not for health, because there's some aspect of health AI is good.
Yeah. Certain machines that needs to get.
Yeah. AI is good. Like on if they doing like vaccine things like that, I'm with that. Like on farming, you can skip like going to check the land and this and that. AI can just tell you, okay, that land there over there, you can go. It's good for rice and this and that, because you can't plant everything anywhere.
Yeah.
So they will tell you, there is good for this type of food. There is good for this type of food. That there, I'm all for it, because we having products coming down. That England fan is mad.
I know.
It's on it.
Making you lose your chain of thought. I like
I'm telling you, he's going crazy.
Yeah, big up that England fan.
Yeah.
If you see this show,
Yeah.
big you up. You're hyping up the team. Mad.
Yeah, go on, Pat.
Yeah, but that is the aspect of AI that I agree with.
Yeah.
But I'm always worried about the people.
Behind it.
No, not even behind the
Who's
the
watching?
AI.
You know what I always say, Pat? Who's watching
Because
the watcher?
exactly. There's always people that trying to arm the world for some reason. They just feel like, nah, we need to do this, we need to do this. They just don't like the direction that the world is going. No, we need to take it this way. Or for a name of religion, as always, religion will always come to mess up things. They'll come in, they'll do. Those are the people that need to be worrying about. It's some type of Bin Laden type. They're going to come in, mess up the whole AI.
No, that's true.
And
Use it for whatever.
we'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
That's where my fault is.
Okay, and last but not least, my thought on this.
Yeah, what's your thought, Dan?
My thought on this topic is I'm gonna sit on a motherfucking fence and go 50-50 like my brother AI here, bro. 50-50. Because I'll be real. You can't. I think this is one of them topics. It's neither or. You can't be on one side and not the other because technology has been great for humans. You know what I'm saying? It has been great for humans, but at the same time, it's been a detriment to humans as well. Like I said, to even use the things like driving, where before we had to use our brain, you had to park up and really use your brain. You had to be able to read a map. Now, you just driving and you look. All you're doing is this to go to know where you're going. Now, for convenient wise, it's working for you, but them brain exercises that you used to do, you're no longer using. So to me, that's where the double-edged sword comes in. And in saying that, I think that's us for this topic. And then we'll be seeing y'all next time. Stay tuned. This is that
Tainted Window.
Yeah.
Shit. Subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about AI. What you think what we're talking about. Yeah. Follow us on the big media.
Episode.
Tainted Windows.
Yeah. Big up
Follow us.
yourselves, boys. Hey.